Welcome to the Case Study Learning Series in International Business by Skilled MBA. In this case, we dive into an extraordinary business dilemma faced by Swedish brewer Mikael Larsson, who unexpectedly discovers an opportunity involving Taedonggang Beer, the leading brewery in North Korea. As enticing as it is unconventional, this opportunity exists at the complex crossroads of international trade, ethics, law, and politics. This presentation unpacks the risks, rewards, and decisions involved in evaluating a potential cross-border venture with one of the most reclusive countries in the world. The journey begins with a chance encounter. Larsson learns about Taedonggang Beer through unexpected contacts. The idea of importing or partnering with a North Korean brewery is as exotic as it is controversial. Intrigued, Larsson identifies a strategic fit with his existing beer portfolio, which emphasizes uniqueness and premium quality. Now, he stands at a pivotal decision point. Should he pursue this opportunity, knowing its challenges and high-stakes implications? To evaluate the opportunity properly, one must understand North Korea's operating environment. It is geopolitically isolated, functioning as one of the world's most closed-off states. The economy is centrally planned, and private enterprise is nearly non-existent. International sanctions, imposed by the UN, EU, and individual nations, restrict trade, finance, and investment. These factors collectively create a daunting environment for any foreign business interaction, particularly for someone like Larsson. Taedonggang Beer has an unusual origin story. The brewery was originally a British facility, purchased in its entirety and transported to Pyongyang. Today, it operates with modern equipment and produces North Korea's most recognized premium beer. Despite the country's economic constraints, the brewery has maintained quality production. With limited local competition, it dominates the domestic beer market. The infrastructure and reputation offer solid business potential, if access were legally and ethically feasible. From a market standpoint, Taedonggang Beer offers strong differentiators. Its exotic nature creates immediate intrigue. It is a rare product, largely unknown in global markets, and surprisingly high in quality. The beer uses local ingredients and traditional brewing methods, creating a distinct flavor profile. For niche consumers, especially craft beer enthusiasts, this represents a premium offering. Moreover, the story of brewing across borders could fuel a powerful, curiosity-driven marketing narrative. Despite its allure, legal obstacles dominate this case. International sanctions explicitly prohibit or restrict most forms of trade with North Korea. Technology transfer and financial interactions are heavily monitored. Any deal would require extensive due diligence, documentation, and legal clearance, failing which Larsson could face personal liability, including potential criminal charges. The risks are real and severe, even for well-intentioned entrepreneurs. Beyond legal compliance, ethics loom large. Larsson must evaluate whether doing business, even indirectly, with North Korea aligns with his personal and corporate values. He must consider the broader impact on North Korean workers and citizens, the implications for his current partners, and how his brand might be perceived globally. Is supporting a state-controlled enterprise ethical, or could engagement bring positive social impact through economic participation? If Larsson were to proceed, he has several models to consider. Direct import. Buy the beer and import it, though sanctions would make this nearly impossible. Licensing agreement. Acquire the recipe and brew the beer locally in Sweden, avoiding physical imports. Third country production. Establish operations in a neutral country with fewer restrictions. Inspired product line. Create a new beer inspired by Taedonggang, with no formal connection. Each approach has trade-offs in legality, authenticity, and market positioning. To assess viability, Larsson must model out investment requirements, expected revenue, and profit margins. Initial investments may be low for an inspired product, but significantly higher for a licensed or third country venture. Sanction compliance and legal counsel will add to costs. Yet, if successful, premium positioning could yield strong margins due to the novelty and limited competition. Any formal approach must begin with a rigorous compliance strategy. This includes retaining legal experts with sanctions experience, obtaining government pre-approvals in Sweden and the EU, maintaining detailed documentation of all business dealings, and establishing systems for ongoing monitoring. With geopolitical risk in constant flux, Larsen must remain adaptable and hyper-transparent. Risk categories span legal, reputational, supply chain, and political dimensions. Legal penalties rank high in probability and impact, requiring strict mitigation through legal pre-approvals. Reputation risks are medium probability, but high impact. Brand damage could be irreversible. Supply chain disruptions and political instability are also major concerns. Mitigation requires redundancy, transparency, and a well-defined exit strategy. A cautious approach is advised. Larsen could begin with a limited test run, using small batches for exclusive launches. Distribution should be selective, focused on high-end retailers and specialty venues. The storytelling element should be carefully crafted, highlighting cross-cultural brewing rather than politics. Transparency with customers is key, especially in addressing ethical concerns head-on. Stakeholder reactions will vary. Governments are likely to scrutinize the venture heavily. Consumers might be intrigued by the story but hesitant due to political sensitivities. Existing business partners could express concerns or even distance themselves. Larsen must weigh the views of regulators, consumers, and collaborators, knowing that any decision could have lasting consequences. Larsen could consider less risky but still engaging alternatives. No direct business ties. Avoid legal risks entirely. Humanitarian approach. Engage in knowledge sharing or educational programs. Cultural celebration. Develop a product inspired by North Korean traditions without direct links. Long-term planning. Position his company for future collaboration if the political climate changes. These options allow participation without immediate legal exposure. Ultimately, Larsen must weigh compliance, ethics, brand identity, and long-term strategy. His decision will not only determine whether this deal proceeds, but could also set a precedent for how small firms approach high-risk, high-novelty opportunities in politically sensitive regions. He must consider whether the potential reward outweighs the significant risks, and whether such a venture aligns with his values and long-term vision. Thank you for watching the Case Study Learning Series in International Business by Skilled MBA.